what's interesting about Eli Manning is that his like career comeback percentage is like slightly above NFL average. Like he has a comeback win rate of somewhere around 23%. The NFL average is like 19%. And so it just occurred in these two isolated chunks that happened to coincide consecutively, which results in a Super Bowl. But like to your original point, Sam, that's something that Timo brought up when I was talking to him about, this clutchness stuff. He's like, well, okay, we're talking about clutch quarterbacks, and hey, there might be something here with a clutch quarterback, but why wouldn't there be something with like a clutch left guard or a clutch, outside corner, right? The 21 other players in the field also have to respond to pressure in some way.
Right.
They might also all have to elevate or not decline in response to situational pressure. They might all have to get better at 2-minute drills. They might all have to get better at shutting out the noise or embracing the particularity or the emotional resonance of the situation. They all have to do that. And if your left tackle is like bad in the clutch, like here's something like, again, I follow the Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater was like extremely good at these situations. And we saw that at Louisville. We actually saw that with the Vikings. His clutch comeback win percentage is actually all right, over his career. But I recall anecdotally Teddy Bridgewater doing a very poor job actually winning a lot of these games. In part, oh, there he is. In clutch PFF grade. He didn't actually win a ton of these games. You see here that he's one of the unluckiest quarterbacks in comeback win rate versus what you'd expect based off of his PFF grades in those situations, because Matt Khalil was not clutch. He like the number of times he has a 2-minute drive that he drives into scoring position only for like an instant sack to take him down. I can recall at least 2, 3 times, especially like I think there's a Cardinals game that sticks out in my memory. There's an instant sack of Teddy Bridgewater as he sets up for like a game-winning touchdown, and that's not Teddy's fault, right? He performed well enough in that situation to be able to generate something here, and you can't control your defense. Like this is the issue here with Joe Burrow, number one on this unluckiest quarterbacks in the clutch list. Joe Burrow plays at a high level, one of the highest levels of play that we see in these clutch situations. Often actually scores in these situations, and then the defense gives up a big play, and the quarterback can't control that at all. And so he ends up with a win percentage that is, you know, really remarkably bad in these situations. Here you see the total comeback win percentage is 16.7%. Like I said, the average is about 19%. And so Burrow, who's a history of strong play overall and a history of individually excellent play in the clutch, just cannot produce a win despite, everything under his control going his way, because everything not under his control isn't going. Sometimes, Eli Apple's on your team. What are you going to do about that?